In today's video, I'm breaking down the 5 most profitable creative businesses to start, and more importantly, why certain small creative brands are quietly outgrowing traditional online businesses right now. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and I think a lot of people are overcomplicating this. They assume that they need a massive, revolutionary idea to make money online, but the businesses winning right now are actually much simpler than that. They're specific, memorable, and emotionally connected to a very clear type of customer, and they create products people want to buy more than once. At the same time, there are a lot of people starting creative businesses completely wrong. They go too broad. They don't understand their actual profit margins. They build everything on Etsy or TikTok and hope the algorithm never changes. And they create products nobody emotionally connects with. So that's why in this video, I'm giving you the 5 businesses with the most potential right now, how to pick the right niche, and what startup costs actually look like, and even how to avoid becoming another forgettable online shop. Because creativity alone is not enough anymore. You need positioning. Let's dive into why creative businesses are actually winning right now. People are exhausted by generic products and mass-produced brands. Customers want things that feel intentional, personal, and just specific to who they actually are. They want brands to reflect their identity, their humor, their aesthetics, their values. And AI is actually accelerating this. As the internet becomes more automated and more generic, originality stands out harder than ever. That's the core opportunity for creative businesses right now. But here's where most people can mess it up. They go too broad, they open a store selling cute products or home decor or shirts for everyone, and broad is forgettable. The brands growing fastest right now are extremely specific. Not candles for readers. Not wall art for golfers. Not skincare for surfers or busy moms or marathon runners. The internet rewards specificity. Keep that as your foundation for everything that follows. Okay, business number 1 is niche handmade products. And I'm not talking about generic crafts, I mean products with a clear audience and a clear identity behind them. Niche candles, ceramics, jewelry, personalized gifts, aesthetic desk accessories, wedding products, custom pet items. These are all still performing very well because people want products that feel unique and intentional. Something that could not have come from a factory. The mistake people make here is trying to appeal to everyone. The businesses standing out are going extremely deep into one specific niche instead of casting a wide net. And what a lot of people underestimate is how emotional buying actually is. Customers are not buying products just to solve a problem. They're buying products because of how those products make them feel, like comforting, nostalgic, aesthetic, cozy, or identity affirming. That emotional pull is more powerful than any feature list. If your product triggers a feeling, it sells. Business number 2 is digital products. So they're one of the highest margin creative businesses available right now. And once the product is built, the economics are hard to beat. No inventory, no shipping, no fulfillment headaches. This could be templates, planners, presets, Notion systems, social media, graphics, printables, digital art, and educational downloads. They're all great because the demand is real and the overhead stays very low. But this is also where quality matters more than it ever has. The internet is flooded with low effort AI-generated digital products right now. The ones actually selling are better designed, more specific, and more visually polished, and more useful than everything else in the same category. That's why presentation tools like Canva have become essential for creative business owners. Your product mock-ups, your Etsy photos, your Pinterest graphics, all of it signals professionalism before the customer even reads a single word. Generic products are being buried. Specific, well-presented products are actually winning. If you want to check out Canva, you can actually get started absolutely for free with our link down in the description below. I personally have the Pro plan, which is $144 a year for one person, but you can get started for free. I just had to upgrade when I ran out of space and when I wanted some of the templates that weren't available to the free plan. Highly recommend Canva. It's so easy to use and you can create things so easy and so fast. Okay, business number 3 is personalized products. Personalization is still one of the strongest categories because people want products that feel made specifically for them, not mass produced and shipped in bulk. Things like custom journals, personalized gifts, wedding products, pet items, niche apparel, made-to-order stationery. These continue to perform because the emotional attachment customers feel towards personalized items is significantly higher than towards anything generic. There's also a real business advantage here. Personalized products are harder to fully automate or mass produce, which means you have a natural moat. If your business is hard to copy at scale, you're more protected long term. Print on demand through platforms like Printify fit into this category really well because it lets you test product product ideas without committing to large inventory upfront. But the same rule applies. Generic print-on-demand stores are struggling. Niche print-on-demand brands are winning. Specificity is what actually separates them. If you want to check out Printify, we do have an exclusive link down in the description below. And you can get started for free. You don't even have to add your credit card in. So go check that out. Business number 4 is educational creative brands. So this one is growing fast and most people in the creative space aren't treating it seriously enough yet. People are monetizing skills through mini courses, niche memberships, digital workshops, guides, and creative coaching. And it works especially well when it's paired with content creation. If you're already talking about a hobby, interest, or specific skill online, educational products become a natural extension of the audience you're already building. The key difference between educational brands that work and ones that don't is trust. People buy education from people who feel real, relatable, and specific. Generic guru brands trying to teach everything to everyone are getting ignored. Niche experts with a clear point of view are building loyal audiences and converting them consistently. If you have a skill and an audience, even a small one, this is one of the highest leverage creative businesses that you can actually build. Business number 5 is aesthetic lifestyle brands. This category is growing because customers are increasingly buying products that represent who they are, not just what they need. Wellness brands, cozy home products, hobby-based merchandise, nostalgic products, slow living brands, identity-driven accessories. All of this is performing because something major shifted in how people buy. People aren't just purchasing objects anymore, they're purchasing feelings. They want products that feel handmade, comforting, intentional, beautiful, and actually meaningful. And that's where storytelling becomes your biggest advantage as the creative business owner. The brand that tells the better story around the product almost always wins, even if the product itself is similar to something else on the market. Okay, now how to actually pick your niche. And this is where so many people get paralyzed. They're scared of choosing the wrong or going too small, but honestly, the bigger problem is going too broad because broad just disappears. Start with 3 questions. What do people already spend emotional money on? What communities already exist and are actively buying? And what products do people purchase repeatedly? Golfers spend emotional money, readers spend emotional money, dog owners, gym communities, teachers, gamers, people spend money on identity. Find the intersection of passion and repeat purchase behavior, and you have the foundation of a real niche. Your niche does not need to reach millions of people. Micro niches can be extremely profitable now because the internet lets you reach very specific audiences globally. You don't need everyone, you need the right people, and you need them to care deeply. Now, let's talk about startup costs and profit. Now, a lot of beginners completely underestimate this. Selling price is not profit. If you sell a candle for $30, you did not make $30. You have materials, packaging, labels, shipping supplies, platform fees, taxes, and possibly ad spend. Actual margins are what determine whether your business is sustainable. This is why high margin products actually matter. Digital products stay high margin because there's no physical cost per sale. Personalized products often command premium pricing because customers value the customization. And niche premium brands consistently outperform stores competing purely on low price. Cheap products are easy to replace. Brands are hard to replace. Build towards your actual brand. Now, a lot of creative business owners built everything on Etsy or TikTok and then dealt with account suspension, policy changes, or algorithm drops that wiped out their income overnight. That risk is real and it's growing. The smartest approach now is starting on marketplaces for traffic and validation, then gradually moving customers towards your own website, email list, and repeat purchase system. Shopify gives you control over your branding, customer data, and long-term relationship with buyers that a marketplace never will. You want the platform traffic, but you also want ownership to build both. I highly recommend checking out Shopify. We do have a link down below. To get signed up, you can get started for free. So you can start with a 3-day free trial and then $1 for the first 3 months. You can even play a game with yourself where like, okay, you're going to give yourself 3 months to actually build your business and start making income. That way you know it's actually worth it. I believe in you. I know you can do it. So go ahead and check out Shopify to completely build your own corner of the internet. Okay, a quick but important note. Soap, skincare, supplements, cosmetics, and body products can require ingredient disclosures, labeling compliance, insurance, or state-specific rules depending on what you sell and where you're located. This doesn't mean don't start. It just means research your category before you go public. Building a real business responsibly is what creates long-term stability, not shortcuts. The biggest mindset shift creative business owners need is this. You don't don't need everybody to buy from you. You just need the right people to deeply connect with what you're actually building. And that connection almost always comes from being more specific, not less. Drop your niche idea in the comments below and we'll tell you if it's too broad or actually well positioned. All of the links to the tools that I mentioned are down in the description below if you want to check it out and get started with some free trials. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. This channel is built around helping you create real digital income with simple, honest steps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.